If you've watched my channel before, you've seen these, but this is something very, very few people ever get to see in real life, and almost no one can recognize what this is. What do you think they are? They're asparagus seeds. Did you know asparagus grows actually from a seed? So those crowns you buy and plant are asparagus seeds that have been planted and are at least 2 years old. Asparagus take about 3 or 4 years to grow before you can harvest the asparagus. And when they're fully mature, after they're several years old, they'll start to create berries. And these red berries contain seeds. So this one berry contains 6 seeds. And each one of these will create an asparagus plant. So they're created this way. In the fall, these form on the asparagus plant, and then they fall into the ground. And then this outer coating covers the seeds and protects it until the spring. So by the time the spring comes and the weather heats up and they stop freezing, then this starts to mold away. You're left with the beautiful seeds that give, they get rooted and they plant and then they grow. So let's go take a look at what you can expect to get the first year after you plant some asparagus seeds. All right, so we're just going to come over to my stock tank beds again. And you can see this little guy right here, or actually it's 1, 2, 3. So this was probably a berry that dropped, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 plants. So there was probably 4 seeds in this one, or maybe more, but they died. Some of them died, or they all bloomed, who knows. This is what you're going to get the first year, is a pretty small plant. It comes up pretty skinny, and then it ferns out. And you want to leave that alone. You want to leave that to grow, because what's happening is the fern leaves are taking energy into the crown to get it to grow nice and big, so you can get a bigger plant the following year. And this is what you usually get the following year. It's bigger. It's still not edible. It's really woody, and you really want to let this go. Again, here's another one that's probably 2 years old. The third year, you'll get something more like this. Much, much, much taller, but still woody, and really, you're not going to want to eat that. It would snap rather than bend, and it's not, you don't want to let it grow, but again, just let it grow, to put energy into the soil. Now we're looking at a 4th year. This is when you can start eating the asparagus. This one I've let go almost too long because it's going to start ferning out. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that one down at the base and eat it. So once you clip one, then the root will send out another shoot and you'll get another asparagus. These are also older, like 4th year. Came down a little bit further. These are more like 5th year, and then from now on, they'll just be about this size. Let's go on down the bed. These are a little younger. These are much younger, right? This is like a 2nd year. All these in here are 2nd year. Here's probably a 4th year. But I want to show you this baby down here. This is one of the older ones. But look how big that is. Obviously, it's gone too long. I should have cut it a long time ago, but I will because it still has a good root system. I'm going to get, this is from last year. I'm still going to get more asparagus from here, but you have to cut it to let it grow back again. But I have the time. I've got the space. I have enough asparagus growing every day that I can eat. So I'm not in a hurry to plant crowns. I've got the berries and they grow for me just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and plant those. And like I said, they last about 22 to 25 years. then the roots die off. So if I continually plant some every year, even when the eldest roots die off, I'll still have asparagus coming up, because I'll have some that's 1 year younger, 2, 3, 4, 5, especially if I do this every single year. So I'm just going to come around here, take out the berries, and start planting them. When you buy them, they're out of the berry packet. They're already just the seeds. But, you know, I'm going to plant them like nature intended. And just cover them up and just let them go. So now you've seen asparagus berries. And I bet if you showed these to most people you know, they wouldn't have any idea what the heck they were. Now you know. And hopefully you get some mature berries that you can plant. So when do they mature? They will mature like that at the end of the season, actually at the end of fall. So I let the big ones go. This is a huge one. It's what, 2.5 feet tall. It will fern out like this, and at the end of some of these branches there'll be a green berry. That's not a berry, that's a flower. But there will be a green berry, and then if you leave it, they kind of get a blackish color, and then they get red. So easy to spot. So then you come in and you pick them. So anyway, it's that easy. It's that easy. You might as well use what you got, right? And who doesn't love asparagus? Pickled asparagus, fermented asparagus, good Bloody Mary or tomato juice with asparagus in it on a crudité plate. My gosh, just as a side. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Oh, and trivia. Miss Manners says you can eat asparagus with your hands. You don't have to use a knife and fork. It's perfectly acceptable. So anyway, there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions about asparagus, about the seeds or the berries, how to plant them, when to plant them, how to get the dirt out from underneath my fingernails. Oh, yes, I have gloves. Do you think I wore them? No. All right, there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.